All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Give honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim, Wa'akwa, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. I'm going to be starting with a correction video. The last clip, the last modern day, Madness and Prophecy I did. And that's why I'm going to get the scripture. The verse says wars and rumors of wars. Apparently not all of that footage that those Amalekites were broadcasting to the news was actual footage of Iran hitting them with missiles. So apparently they lied about the amount of damage they were receiving, which of course they were, because that's what the Amalekites do, So basically, y'all, some of the clips were from other incidences, shortly put, easily put. I'm gonna get a clip to play, and I wish I could find that one video, man. But this is something that Edom does, a lot. Crisis actors and whatnot, fake events. All right, if y'all remember that Hollywood shooting, you had that one guy who was there at that shooting and died, but then he also died at that gay bar club shooting where 10 people died. You see what I'm saying? So this is how Esau works, man. He's a son of a bitch. All right, certain events do happen in the world, right? But he puts his lie and his twist on it to, get what he wants out of it.
I knew it. I knew it. When I saw this come across my TV a little while ago, I knew it, that I've seen this picture before. And it turns out it absolutely was from the fires a few weeks ago in Texas. This is not the first time that the news stations are doing this to us, guys. Wake up and see what's actually going on out there. Look, we know that Iran sent rockets and drones over to Israel. We have the footage of that. Here's what the news stations have all forgotten. For the past 6 hours, there has been live coverage streaming out of Israel that you can watch if you do a little bit of research. And this is not what was going on over there. The videos that are coming out of this stuff like this right here are recycled videos. They do this all the time. This is nothing but the last propaganda to grow fear and straight craziness in American citizens. Guys, watch what you are watching. I'm telling you, man, I knew it when I saw it that this was not what was going on right now. Because I'm telling you guys, I sat there for the past 6 hours and streamed that on multiple channels, watching different cities on live feeds, and none of this went down. Yes, some hit around the military bases, but for the most part, the iron, whatever they had protecting them, it did its job for the most part. Not saying some didn't get through, but this, total.
So right here, it wasn't as bad as E is playing it up. All right, and they're playing it up so that they can have an overreaction, so they can, see, they bombed the hell out of us. It's time to super retaliate. Right? That's how Esau does his thing. And so, hey, I'm gonna get that verse. Let me get another clip. Right here it says, why leave the promised land? Shouldn't the chosen people be defending it? All right, so, who knows? This, he's such a fucking liar, y'all. These people don't look like the type of panicked people that are in the middle of being utterly bombed out. Does that make sense? All right, they look like they're all going somewhere, but they're not panicking as if they're, as if they would be panicking if, their entire country was being fucking annihilated. So this man is a liar, which is why, the apostles always tell us, things is going to happen in their order. As much as we want things to happen speedily, we can't rush things. All right, let me get that Matthew 24. We taking this one day at a time. Matthew 24, and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet come. All right, so wars and rumors of wars. All right, be not troubled. Hey, it's all gonna happen, but don't let this man Esau eat him. The Spirit always has it to where if something is a lie or false, we find out about it. Why? Because we're not ignorant of his devices. All right, let's look at something else happening here in the States.
Get real, bro.
This cannot be fucking real, bro. This cannot be fucking real, bro. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking serious, bro? Like, dog, what the fuck, bro? Oh, man, look at this shit. Man, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? This is ridiculous, bro. Damn, man. What the fuck?
So basically, you see, you know, this super long line that people dealing with their taxes had to go get in. Apparently, they had to go verify in person, and these lines were so long. There was people who got in them at 6 in the morning, and by the time the offices closed, you know, around like 4 or 5 or whatever, they still hadn't been seen. All right, and this is something going on, you know, nationwide. Motherfuckers they not able to get their tax money. At least they go get verified. And who's the main people dependent on it? Jake. All right, Salaki, just got more footage.
Need to verify for everybody that needs to verify.
So that first clip I showed was here in Detroit, actually. All right, I know right where that was. I could go. I'm actually on the freeway right now. I could go stop, make a detour. God damn it, take a picture. But now this is out here in Atlanta. So this is something going on in the hoods, affecting the monkey Negroes in the ghetto. Why? Because Esau Edom knows we're dependent on that tax. All right, now apparently last year there was a lot of tax fraud. You know, people still trying to pull stunts going back to the PPP back from 2020, or especially Jake. Why? Because we're in poverty. Esau Edom knows this. He knows that, you know, Jake be using the system, popping out them babies, trying to get that money, got to get that car, that new car, you know, take some of that. That'll be a new down payment money for an apartment. Well, nope. Put a whole lot of people's plans on halt. You know, more oppression, more pain, more suffering.
Taxes. Then it goes, it's around the corner. You can see over there. It's around the corner. They trying to tell people to go home. They're going to have some problems. These people been standing in line. They cussing, they fussing. They got that poor security over there trying to handle this crowd. I don't know. This don't look like it's going to turn out good. It don't look good at all. It don't look good at all. These people, they ain't finna try to tell these people that been standing here. I'm finna walk around the corner so I can show y'all. They finna try to tell these people that been standing here since 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning. They finna try to tell these people that they gotta go home. So it's finna be some shit. They got their chair.
All right, I'm gonna just knock the volume. Now the video, the first one I played, it's from a woman. Her page, it said Detroit tax queen. You know, she's a chick out here in Detroit. She be, you know, doing niggas taxes. And I was looking at some of her posts. You know, I ain't gonna go on. You know, she, you know, got her kids and babies and shit up on there. But she was giving the information, you know, explaining the situation. The fact that, you know, the Fed, right? They withholding that payment until you have to come down and verify yourself in person. And they know that these municipal, all right, and bureaucratic systems set up to service the people, they know they're long, slow, and arduous, which deters people from using them, which now what? Now you're in violation because you haven't met some sort of deadline. Now you got a fucking warrant out for you. They know these things, y'all. Esau Edom isn't blindly oppressing people. He's actively, knowingly oppressing people, and in particular, he's oppressing the poor financially, which is, you know, hey, wicked. Hey, these are good. This is I couldn't remember which one I wanted, but I'm gonna get both these. The one out of Psalm and Sirach. Man, Esau's a motherfucker. Sirach 4:1. My son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long. Make not an hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man to distress. Add not more trouble to an heart that is vexed, and defer not to give him that is in need. And Esau Edom does the exact opposite of all these things, y'all. He makes the Secretary of State, lines long and hard to operate. He makes it to where you have to go through this man's system to get your driver's license, your insurance, and all this. You don't get to see nobody in person. You got to call. You 1,000th place in line. Then you missed the deadline because they closed. Now you got warrants out for your arrest. You owe an extra $1,000. He does these things on purpose. Fees and debts. That's how he keeps his system going. If everybody's constantly owing him money, then he's constantly taking your mother effing money. And it's not by mistake, it's by design. Why? Because he's the devil. You're dealing with the devil. Not a devil, but the devil. Let me get that other one. Psalms 10:9. Verse 8. He sitteth in lurking places of the villages. In secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Hey, and that's the one thing. Esau, he makes it, granted, being poor sucks, right? Lacking hygiene, lacking a place to be. But it's not, the scriptures, y'all, you supposed to take care of the poor. You don't be making fun of them and belittling them and kicking them as they go by. But Esau has made that the norm of his culture. Shunning them, pushing them off. Now, these homeless motherfuckers in today's time, they off these drugs and whatnot, so they extra hard to deal with. So I'm not saying treat them like they're little saints and angels. But Esau has made a culture of picking on people that are financially lower, which is why everybody likes to make fun of and pick on us, the Israelites. All right, verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. All right. So Esau likes to target impoverished communities, who makes up the majority of the poor in the United States of America. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the underclass, the lower class, and in most cases the poor. He knows this, which is why he targets us, plain and simple. Next set of clips. Let me get man, the black church is a motherfucking monkey joke, man. Oh boy, let me get this one.
Let me do this. I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning. The reason I'm hoarse is I have been praying for you, and my heart is very burdened for you. And I want to be very careful with this, and it's not what I want to say, but the Jezebel spirit has already been here. The Jezebel spirit opened our event. This is a rebuke and a correction of no one. This is an observation. Before the Word of God was open, there was a platform. It was a high place. On it was a pole, an ashtray. The same thing that's used in a strip club for women who have the Jezebel spirit to seduce men. In front of that was a man who ripped his shirt off like a woman does in front of a pole at a strip club. That man then ascended. See, our God is not arrogant. He doesn't ascend. Our God is humble. He descends. And then he swallowed a sword, and Jesus cried, okay, Pastor John, I'll receive that. Thank you.
So, hey, this Edomite, he was getting on you nasty niggas. This is supposed to be some sort of male, type conference or whatever, and you had to get opened up by a Bati boy. And this, a pastor, he couldn't take it. Hey, them Edomite Bible thumpers, they be getting on you nigga Christians, because you nigga Christians are straight liars and hypocrites. And you got that one video floating around with the black atheists versus black Christians, and them black Christians was looking bad, was looking straight up bad. You know, getting man, black Christians and black church is a fucking joke. So apparently he gets kicked out for keeping it real. So man, see, look at man, now go to man. Christianity in and of itself is just a joke now. If your brother offends you, go to him privately. Well, what about open rebuke is better than secret love? Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may learn. Right? Oh, that's I messed it up a little bit. 1 Timothy 5:20. Right? So shut up, bitch. How are you about the Bible defending a bati boy dancing on a pole in front of babies? How about that?
I talked to Mark for a half hour. There was not one word of that. He's out of line. If you want to say it, he can say it to me. You may not agree with me. You may not agree with him. But we are brothers in Christ, and there's a right way to handle this.
See? So Christianity's in straight up disarray. Let me get another clip, y'all. This is about to be some blasphemous ass shit right here,
It's
though.
the Lord's Day. I got my Bible. I'm ready to hear the word.
Jesus accepted his call to ministry at 30. He had been in carpentry since he was 13. He ran the family business since he was 17. At the risk of being heretical tonight, might I suggest to you that 85% of Jesus' life, he was out of order. "85% of his life, he was doing what he was not called to do." God, y'all done got quiet. For 85% of his life, he was not flowing in his God-given function. 85% of his life, he is doing what his natural father wanted, but it did not line up with his divine DNA. For 85% of his life, he's anointed, he's called, he's chosen, and he's wrong.
It's the Lord's Day.
Hey, even as Edomite, y'all, man, what do these people? That's why the scriptures say, man, whose mouths ought to be mother freaking stopped. These people don't know what the hell they be talking about and just say anything out their face. What the hell is you? What verse can you find that says at 13 he started carpentry? All right, we know in Hebrew culture we become men at 12, right? And that's when you see that, you know, he had the event where he separated for his parents shortly after, right? Stayed behind for a couple days. They don't say none of nowhere else of what this motherfucker said, man. And people's all in the podium clapping and cheering. This is why there's going to be lots of death to lots of people, especially people claiming to be about the Lord, clearly saying things. He said there's about to be some heresy in here, and then went on to say some heresy. But people love that shit rather than the truth, because, you know, theatrics and it's cinematic, it's spicy, but it's a bunch of hogwash. That man clearly spoke lies. Don't know what the hell he was talking about. Titus 1:10. It says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision," which he's not of the circumcision, meaning he doesn't acknowledge that he's an Israelite. Nevertheless, he is still a vain and unruly talker. Now, and he's supposed to know the Bible, though. And he just straight up is speaking BS. Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. And that's the whole point of it. He said those things for the gain, because he would gain, oh, this is a hot topic. Viewership turns to money, right? Viewership turns to attendance turns to money. These people will say and do anything for that goddamn dollar, which is why their destruction is going to come oh so swiftly. Let me get where's that one clip at, man? Let's roll over to the ladies real quick, because this shit right here is just ridiculous too.
You'd rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Men are scary. With a bear. Well, I've heard about bears. They don't always attack you, right? Unless you, fuck with them. So maybe a bear. Depends what man, but probably a bear.
Oh, 100% a bear, which is, terrifying to say, but...
Definitely a bear. Some men are very scary out there.
A bear.
I would say a man.
Would you rather be stuck in a...
You had one bitch who had halfway sense. Y'all, these hoes literally, I'd rather be in the woods with a bear. You silly, stupid, silly woman. Do y'all know what bears is capable of? And this is a part of the lie that feminism has these women geeked up on. That men is just running around hard dick in their hand, ready to poke and prod anything that's in existence. He's just gonna ravish you 24/7 in the woods. And then just go walk back home to his family. You out there bloodied and duddied. Come on, man. Are there bad men out there? Yeah. Right? But is every single man a bad man? Or does every man roll around with the intentions of doing a woman greasy? No. But they've become, completely brainwashed and indoctrinated with the philosophies of Babylon. The fact that, men are evil, do everything you can to be against a man, right? All that stuff. And it's not going, let me find this clip right quick. These women are going to realize they made a real big mistake. All right, so remember, these are the creatures they said they'd rather be stuck in the woods with. Let's take a look. Now, which one of y'all want a piece of that? Which one of y'all want to do that? Want to grapple with one of them boys? Which one of y'all think y'all would last more than 5 seconds with these fucking titans? Exactly. So these women have been completely steered towards Satan. But when in application, when in reality, what they say and what they do, / want, are two different things. Let me get this video, because they say that, but then in real life, when push comes to shove and they get pressed, what happens? Yeah, I'll turn it off since it's just speaking. So right here, this idiot, now if you pay attention to her feet, she was unracking, and then she decides to move her feet like an idiot. And damn near kills herself. You ought to be, boy, your fucking legs would have snapped backwards. It take every man in the vicinity And you see that nigga pushing with all his might to come get that shit up off her. Had them boys and not showed up, she'd have been right there literally sandwiched out. She wouldn't have been able to slide her little body out. None of that. Would have been pancaked. Tatted up, dressed like a thought, head not covered. The modern woman. And boy, them niggas better than me. But nigga, I would have finished my workout. So we see that the myth that Esau, Edom, the serpent that he's given to Eve, the philosophy, the doctrine, it doesn't work in real life, y'all. If you try to go be with the bears, you're gonna get ripped to shreds. You know. Are there some women who are strong and in shape? Yeah. But none of that means anything when push comes to shove. Because women naturally are fragile and they'll crack under the pressure. And that's just as real as it gets. But once again, Babylon has completely deceived them. Now they're out here whining and crying. Where the good men at? Well, the good men are at your mama house. That's where they at. Up your button around the corner, like we used to say. Right?
I love being single and I love living alone. It's great.
If you love being single and love living alone, why are you crying with your makeup on with the camera facing you on TikTok? What is there to complain about? A extrovertedly Emily, get off and go enjoy your single life struggling. Go. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Fantastic, but fuck, it's expensive. I just spent $600 on brakes on my car, just on the front part of the car, because I couldn't afford all 4 brakes and axles and rotors and whatever the fuck. And then now I just paid my car payment, which is $500, so I just blew $1,100.
Why you got a car payment that's $500? Who told you to go do that?
In like 3 hours, and it wasn't.
Why is your cell phone bill $135? Why is your insurance $340?
Even like fun, Fuck. Sorry, it's just so overwhelming. Like, you work and 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 you work, and it's just to pay off like your basic necessities. And you can't, like, in this city that I live in, public transport, please. If I were to do public transport, it's like asking to get raped, and I really shouldn't be crying because now I have to go to another work event, and now I'm gonna be all puffy. Living is so expensive. Just keeping yourself alive and floating is so expensive. And what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted is if I were to take public transport here, especially for my job requires a car.
I don't care to hear this bitch speak no more, y'all. I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you. They've been deceived, and come to find out, it wasn't the right move. So we're seeing the repercussions of this in the world, and apparently, they're not enjoying it. So tough luck. Right here, 2 Timothy 3:6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead away captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with their diverse lusts. Now this is dealing with the wicked teachers, who come and, persuade women to do these things. But you see that it calls these women silly women, laden with sins. So these women, they're not virtuous women suffering. These women are thought pocket demons who are going down. So F them. Don't feel nothing for them. This is the world they wanted. This is the lot that they're in. There's nothing that can be done to save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save. Y'all know the songs, right? Hell, Sexy Red just came out with that new one. Don't save me. I don't want it. So she, really proud with it. So don't save them. Let them do what they do until the destruction comes. All right, and it must needs come. The American dream, it's all a lie. Babylon is fallen. But it's really about to it's really gonna fall when that destruction hits, truly. All right, so that's about it, y'all. Another Modern Day Madness modern day madness and prophecies. All kinds of things going on. More to come. All right. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahweh Shai, Bahashum. Rakakudash, to honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim Wa Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.